Hi, guys. This is going to be today's topic for the 26th. Sorry to think about that for a minute. And this is the series where if you'd like to enter to win a free read with me, you can do so just by writing the word empowered in the comment section, being a subscriber, and giving this video a thumbs up. Those three things in combo is what gets you entered to win. I do choose one subscriber each week. And I just spoiler alert, I will be doing that tomorrow. Also, don't forget that tomorrow, because it is going to be Monday technically, that is also the day where I pick 10 winners to get a free card pull with me. If you didn't know about that, it's going on for a total of 10 weeks where I choose 10 winners. And that is what I call the series that I've decided to refer to as is Make Mondays Suck Less. Because Monday can be a bummer day sometimes. And so that's what we do to make Monday a little bit brighter right now. If you'd like to enter to win, you just have to do that in that video. So there's a playlist called Make Monday Suck Less. You can enter to win there. Okay. So here we go. We are starting this storyline out with the Four of Wands in the reverse, the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Well, that's simplifying things. A situation that wasn't really stable. This could be a job that wasn't really, the amount of money being spent to, create the business. It wasn't really bringing back in the revenue. It was more hassle than it was worth. Whatever this was, somebody is perhaps throwing in the towel, but they're doing it because that was the resolution. Sometimes the simplest the solution is the correct one, or at least that's what this looks like. Yeah, somebody's going in a whole new direction. They did lose something to this, though. This is a character who, if this was about a romance, and it could have been, they're walking away from. This could have even been like at one point, it seemed like it was going to be a perfect, harmonious relationship. This could have been a marriage, a long term commitment, but releasing it, going in this totally different direction. Could be a divine feminine walking away from a relationship, and they're walking away knowing that they did lose some. Or if this is a business, somebody's like, man, I sure invested a lot in that and I didn't get any returns out of it. But I would argue that our character is not walking away with nothing. You notice how contemplative they are? Maybe this situation was one so that they could learn bigger lessons about, what's more important, my freedom, my sanity, or this business. My autonomy to make my life good, or stay in a relationship just so I can say, oh, I'm still married, or I'm still, I'm with so and so. I think that this character realized something really valuable. They might have lost money in this, they might have lost years in this, and this looks like it's a divine feminine, but she's come to a conclusion that my freedom, my autonomy is ultimately more important. And that's the lesson that I gained out of this whole experience. We have the Magician. This is somebody who they've become really good at manifesting, but they might also have become really, really good at recognizing they themselves predict their own future when they take action to create their future. This is somebody who might be saying it's not that mystical. What really happens in life is we decide things, we sense the things that our instinct is telling us, and then it's up to us to put those things into action. It's funny though, because there is a lot of mysticism on this. We've got like the um, palmistry here, and we've got somebody with their crystal ball, and we've got this element of all this magical this and that. But I have to say that I think our character is recognizing that the magic comes from me making actionable choices. It kind of dispels the idea that somebody has to see into the future, has to consult with a psychic in order to know what to do. It's always going to be personal choice that drives us. It's what our our intuition really wants. It's what our heart really wants that guides our character. Or at least that's what I see in this. It's not mystical at all. It's a Page of Pentacles. Again, it's taking genuine action, small steps, one at a time. We see our feminine, though she's already on her journey, and she's reaching into her purse, and I can't tell if she's pulling a pentacle out, like she's about to go give something to someone. Maybe she's going to go reach out to someone that she wants to connect with. Mm. Or if she was receiving something. I'm going to go ahead and say she's ready to go take an action, and she knows it. But then she pauses and she thinks about it just a little bit. Is this somebody that I want to reach out to? I feel like somebody has just made a massive life change, and now they are thinking about a romantic partner, maybe someone from their past, and they kind of want to reach out to this person. The only thing is they've been lugging this around. The truth of the matter is, I'm going to say in this story, I think a divine feminine has wanted to. It doesn't have to be a feminine, by the way. I'm saying that only because that's what we've seen on the card, but just know this could be a masculine just as easily. But the truth of the matter is, I think that all along our character has wanted to reach out to someone that they have carried. I don't know why I'm yawning right now, but has carried emotion for. Maybe it's been exhausting, this character, to carry that much emotion. Also, I'm about to cough and I'm trying really hard. My asthma is all kicked up, and it does exhaust me sometimes. But they've been carrying a lot of emotion for this person for a long time, thinking about it, trying to decide. So sorry, you guys. Trying to decide how and when to reach out, almost needing an excuse to reach out, like, hey, I've gone through this massive life change. And that's the excuse to kind of reach out. The thing is, they're simplifying things in their life. Either somebody has perhaps divorced and they want to reach out to someone that they actually have wanted to be with for a very long time. They've thought about it for a long time. Or this is somebody who's quit a job, changed something huge, and they're using this as like, okay, I feel like now I psychically am pulled toward, or I've talked to a psychic and they've said that I should go do this. The fact of the matter is, if this character does anything, it's because they've wanted to do this for a long time. This has nothing to do with any fortune teller or anything like that. This is, they've wanted to do this. They've carried this desire around, like, you notice how we have this person who's, like, they carry their own hangman's noose around with them. This is a huge, heavy burden. They've wanted to do this for so long, and they're finally doing it, that's wonderful for this character to do the thing that they want to do. I just think it's interesting that they're trying to see. We've got 2 cups in the reverse. They're trying to act like there was some other spiritual reason that this is happening, instead of admitting, though, that it's just their desire. Why we have a 2 of cups in the reverse, I don't know, because it got the lovers, but we got the 2 of cups in the reverse. Knight of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles. Oh, this person's going to have to, they have been eating their words. They've been pretending that they haven't wanted this for all this time. By the way, the energy has perhaps shifted. This is now starting to look like a divine masculine, a knight, someone who has all this time, they've been basically running from this, denying it, trying to pretend, trying to swallow their words, trying not to say how important this is. And with that 6 of Pentacles, you notice that the clock is striking. It's 6 o'clock. It's straight up. It's straight down. They're looking at something right smack dab in the eye. And the truth of it is, I would say that this person is aware that they love somebody. They've wanted to be with this person all along. They tried to deny how important this was, how much they wanted to race toward this right from the very beginning. This could have been a love at first sight kind of thing, and they have tried to fight it at every turn. It's They can't fight it anymore. Why? 6 of Wands, 3 of Cups, 5 of Cups. This person seems to be, we're going to wrap this one up pretty fast, you guys. I'm sorry. I can just tell I've got to go drink some tea. The reason that they're doing this now, the reason that this all is kind of like coming together at this point in time for them is because I think at long last, they actually feel excited about this and they can't deny it. Something else that was in the way is no longer in the way. They could finally see themselves sitting down and laying their heart on the table and really like having success in romance. Whereas in the past, they were trying to create success somewhere else and they weren't having success, especially if it was a career path. I almost wonder if they hated a career path that they were in, but had to keep grinding away at it, keep telling themselves that this is where I got to put my energy. I can't have a romance right now because I got to make a success of this dang career path that I set up for myself. And they finally have thrown in the towel on that. And they're just now ready to say, I mean, this could be somebody who finally retires from something that, maybe once upon a time they're like, oh no, I'm going to go like military. Going to go out there. I'm going to do something that's, like I'm going to be a huge protector and it's going to consume all of me. And yet over the years that they've done this, they've reached a point where they're like, this isn't even something that feels right to me anymore. Maybe they're injured. Maybe they're past an age where it's like, this is not, there's so many roles I can't play anymore in this industry, in this field that I, initially chose, and then just kind of didn't know when to say, you know what, I think it's time for me to change directions. And all this time, when they were pursuing this other, I feel like it was a career, they finally can admit to themselves, I think that they've wanted to pursue romance for a long time. They've wanted to maybe be able to come home to one person's arms every night, but they didn't admit it to themselves until now. And I think the idea of sitting at the table with the same person, relaxing, enjoying somebody's company, enjoying love and romance, that feels so much more enjoyable to them right now. But there is a fear here. Sorry, I'm so sorry, you guys. There is a fear here that maybe they've never had this before. Maybe they've never invested in a romance like this before. Maybe they worry it's too late. Maybe you notice how their mind is like a maze of all the pitfalls. What if I'm no good at this? What if this doesn't work for me? What if this romance doesn't work? Let's simplify this and wrap this one up so I don't keep coughing, because I can tell it's not going to stop right now. We have the High Priestess. We have the Four of Cups. Their biggest fear is that it's too late. Is that somebody is bored with this. The thing is, there is a High Priestess that already knows that they're on their way in. The High Priestess always knows. She can feel their disappointment. We have 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. We have 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. She's aware that they have had none of the success that they set out to have, that they're in a whole different energy right now, that they might be a bit adrift, that they might be looking for a bit of a safe haven, that they might not want to be alone anymore, that this character who fought this connection for so long, they're coming on in, possibly a bit depleted. We got Temperance in the reverse, Prince of Pentacles upright. It's like they're still coming in with a certain amount of pride, but they aren't really coming in their best energy. She's aware of that too. What does that mean? What does that mean as far as her perspective of, I know they're coming in and I know that they might be coming in not super strong right now. 3 of Wands in the reverse, the Sun upright, and the 7 of Wands. And she's saying the thing is, they almost had to have a breakdown in some other area of life before they might actually ever get on a path to really be the powerful and successful person. It's funny because she's saying the whole thing is they kept choosing a path that they didn't even want. And I'm not surprised. I know that they're on their way back in. They turned away from a divine connection to pursue some career path. I knew that it wouldn't make them happy. They knew that it didn't make them happy. I've always expected that someday they would show back up. And when they finally quit fighting a connection that's important, that's when they might be able to have a lot more happiness. We together might be able to have a lot more happiness. And that's where they may find greater breakthroughs and greater success. No longer fighting the fact that we could actually maybe be stronger together. It's like they had to insist on going their own way and then they have to quit fighting it. Quit fighting the fact that maybe this person always thought, I can't have a partner. I have to be successful always by myself. I can't have somebody beside me because then it would be like I'm weak because I have a partner who's part of my success. They it's like they knew they knew that this high priestess was actually a part of what would make them stronger. And they were like, no, I have to be totally strong and do everything on my own. I can't have a partner beside me. They're finally surrendering to that. They're surrendering. I don't know if they were always in like some weird competitive energy and they didn't know how to walk away from that and just say, yeah, I'm crazy in love with my high priestess. She's the other half of me. She's the other half of my life. I feel more successful being with her. My life is more successful. I feel like it's a wonderful turn of good fortune for them because they finally are admitting that they have that they want what they want, and maybe what they've always wanted was a partnership. But for the longest time, I think that this person could not allow themselves to admit that they might feel stronger by having someone beside them that genuinely like loves them and that they love in return. So they really fought this Two of Cups relationship for a really long time. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave that one there mostly because I have to, because I've got to go get some tea and take care of my lungs for a little bit. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for your lovely energy. Or when I say tomorrow, I guess I should say later on. All right, take care. Bye.